Good afternoon. It is still afternoon. We've been here most of the day working, but Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Absolutely. Mr. Brown?
Here.
Ms. Herbert?
Here.
Dr. Bustles? Here. Mr. Brennan?
Present.
Mr. McDowell? Mr. Duval?
Present.
Mayor Rickaman?
Here, I will note Mr. McDowell is recovering from surgery, but I promise you, he is blowing up all of our phones, so he is feeling much better and fully engaged. With that, I'd like everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reverend McDowell usually does our invocation, and this evening, Pastor or Priest Peter Brown will take over for us today.
I got to be honest with you. When I agreed to be the backup quarterback for the prayer, I didn't know I was going to have to do it this many times. But definitely 16 years of Catholic school, so I should be well prepared for this. All right, if everyone would bow their head, please. Dear Lord, bless this meeting of public servants to our great city. Bless our citizens during this Christmas season of faith, hope, and love. Keep us mindful of your faith in us as we continue to support and represent all of those in Columbia. Please keep us safe during the holidays, and may we enjoy our families and some time to reflect on your many blessings. In your name we pray, amen.
At this time, we're going to deviate from the agenda slightly to have some musical selections from the Greenview Senior Club Old School Choir, who we heard the other night at the 60th anniversary of the North Civic Club. And it got me such in the Christmas spirit. I've been humming Christmas tunes since then. And if the president, Miss Linda Brown, will assemble. Well, I got the wrong note here. Correction. Would you assemble the choir to the front here? And we look forward to your selections this evening. Thank you.
A king is crowned, a prince is born. But this was a king being born. Jesus was born king. Very unusual. Jesus. Jesus. What do we do from here after he was born? We have to go and tell the world. Go tell it. Why don't you?
Why don't you go?
Christmas music, and thank you so very much. We'll end on this note.
Mr. Mayor, I'm glad I don't have to follow that.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for being here. And if you need to slide out, we totally understand. With that. Amen. Yeah. He's watching, don't worry.
I might sing the next prayer, though, at the next meeting.
Adopt today's agenda. And it does include removal of item 9 from the consent agenda. We will take up item 9, which is the approval of project CP 901-201, the design services for the City of Columbia Law Enforcement and Judicial Center upfit renovations, as requested by the General Services Department on August 28th, 2023. We'll take that up as its own item, and also then approve the rest of the consent agenda items 5 through 8 and 10 through 18. And those would be the amendments, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Duval?
Mr. Mayor, I move approval of the amendment of the agenda as amended.
Is there a second? A motion and a second. Any discussion, questions? Hearing none, seeing none. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles?
Yes.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval? Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
At this time, we would ask for any public input related to the items on the agenda as outlined.
At this time, Mayor Rickaman, we have 3 individuals signed up to speak. I would like to remind the speakers that their time limit is 3 minutes. First, we have Mr. Wade Fulmer.
Good afternoon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Fulmer.
Continuing on the nuisance animals barkings, I would like to say that I appreciated Mr. Anderson of Public Works when we had our initial meeting. He was very kind in his introduction to tell me of his father, who is also a Vietnam veteran. And I later thought, if it was his dad, or mine, a World War II veteran, or if it was your dad, we would be on it right away to not allow animal control nuisance non-enforcement of the code. After 17 months, 1 ticket, and then 2 more tickets, and nothing was done. Though those tickets had the evidence from Columbia Police Department, a body cam on the first other incident, and also the Columbia Police Department officer witnessed and wrote a report on the one in September. And I was told that there would be tickets on those later. That's not happened. So why no tickets? Now, to take it a step farther, and I have talked with Mr. Brennan about this, 2 years of evidence by way of Columbia Police Department, officers' reports, dispatch logs, body cam, those were turned over to Animal Control by Officer Gunter to give to City Legal. City Legal was not given all of that 2 years of evidence. And I have confirmed that through Ms. Jocelyn Baker and City Legal, Ms. Thee, and Ms. Rushing there, and they do not know what happened to the evidence which was needed at that time. I do not know why. The evidence was given by Columbia Police Department. Columbia Police Department and dispatch did the hard work. Why did they do the hard work? Because after 5 o'clock, and in the case of where I had to listen to hours and hours of dog barking after midnight, from 11 o'clock at night till 3 o'clock in the morning, they responded. And in September of 21, because the matter had gotten so much worse, and I had to listen to, I will use the initials rather than saying the words, I had to listen to F.U. Old Man, F.U. Wade Fulmer, for calling authorities and reporting about the dogs barking. And it had been a year at that point. Captain Holbrook, Chief Holbrook, said that
We
he
thank you,
would
Mr.
have some
Fulmer.
conversations.
Your 3 minutes have passed.
So I have to close. But quality of life is only as strong as the weakest link. Columbia Police Department and dispatch were doing their job. Animal control is the weak link. 2 years that I had to go through this of non-enforcement, and that non-enforcement was choice and avoidance of the evidence. And I think evidence tampering. Thank you. And my question would be, so in this case, where we're seeking to understand what happened to that evidence of 2 years for Columbia Police Department, who can look into that?
We will. We've already started the process from your last visit.
I know we were talking about ordinance, but that's included too.
Yep.
I
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much.
Trying to figure out why there's a weak link.
I thank you very much.
Yes, sir, Mr. Fulmer.
holidays
Thank you
to
for
you
being
all.
here. Merry Christmas to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor, Mr. David Turner signed in to speak. He is the requester for Resolution 97 that's on your agenda.
Yeah, can you give him like 30 seconds? Because
Yes.
I can make it fast. Merry Christmas. Thank you all for having us here. I represent LTC Hospitality, which is the largest hospitality group here in the city of Columbia. We are excited to be able to reserve the 1600 block this year for Main Street's New Year's Eve party. We have ticketed events at restaurants. We have other events that are open to the public without ticketing. We've used this opportunity to really show how a private and public partnership can work really well. The Nickelodeon, which is our prize theater on Main Street, is hosting the ball drop this year, and so we've installed a digital display up there, and we're really excited about this. So I'm just coming to ask you for your approval of, I believe it's agenda item number 28, and if you have any questions, please let me know.
Excited. Thank you, David.
Happy New Year.
Madam Clerk?
And no one else has signed in at this time.
All right. Madam City Manager?
Yes, sir. The approval of minutes, item number 1. Council is asked to approve the November 14th, 2023 work session and December 5th, 2023 council meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second for minutes of November 14th and December 5th. Any questions, concerns, corrections? Hearing none, seeing none. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Dr. Bustles?
Yes.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Item 2, council is asked to approve the May 2nd, 2023 budget workshop and the June 6th, 2023 special call meeting minutes.
Is there a motion? Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion, changes, corrections, concerns? Hearing none, seeing none. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval? Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Presentations. And Mayor Rickaman and City Council, there is but one presentation today because it's going to take a minute. We are, I guess, I don't know, I was about to say thrilled, but I don't know that we're thrilled to say goodbye to our friend and colleague. It is bittersweet that today marks the last city council meeting, but I'm, as a councilman of Columbia City Council, but I know, because we all know you too well, it will not be the last time that we see you, hear from you, and expect probably some little guidance from a distance.
Do I have immunity to the 3-minute clock?
I think you deserve immunity today. Yes, sir. Today. So we know that our paths are going to continue to cross, but we want you to remember us well when those times come that you're thinking about those days on city council and the crazy staff and all the things that went on while you were here. And it's hard for us, Councilman Duval, to put it all in words. So we're going to share some things via video, and we're going to share some items that are from the staff and the council. So you have to indulge us, and all you can do is sit back and take it all in, okay? It takes a while to honor a man who has served, when you put it all total, I believe 50 years of good governance. And it's shown us, I know as a staff person, as a city manager, what good governance should be. And you're such a connoisseur of protocol and procedure and rules of order and all those things. And we, even in the times where there's good banter, I mean, you have to appreciate and respect somebody for that. And we do. From the grand metropolis of Sherall, South Carolina, to the capital city of Columbia, 50 years of service has to be celebrated. So we're going to start with Sarah Holler coming forward to showcase for you a man who loves many trees, something that our Forestry and Beautification Department, our Public Works Department, figured out a way to do. I felt like we needed a lasting tribute in the city of Columbia. And so Sarah and Brian are here to tell us about that and something that we'll need you to come back for in the future too. All right, and I'll come up after that with some more items.
Good afternoon, and thank you for letting Public Works come and share this celebration of your years of service. Over the years, Councilman Duval has been very supportive of Public Works, probably most visibly our urban tree canopy. Mm-hmm. His passion for trees started long before he came to the city of Columbia, but we see it every year at our Arbor Day program. The most recent one we held at Oak Point Elementary School, and I think over the years you've been to most of the elementary schools in the Columbia area to celebrate Arbor Day. While Arbor Day is a great program, it's very exciting to watch the kids, it is also a requirement for our Tree City USA. And I have to say that Columbia is the longest running Tree City USA in the state of South Carolina. And I don't want you to worry, we have already applied for this year's, and we anticipate getting that designation in the next few months for year 45. In honor of your passion for trees, the city has planted a tree right out front between the parking lot entrance and City Hall. That is a tree for your honor.
Oh.
You can see the video. The video showing is the crew that planted it last week. It is a Quercus nuttallii, which is a nuttall oak. It's in the red oak family, and it is a large maturing shade tree.
Not that you're maturing.
I thought it was a nut.
We know he likes the big trees. In addition to the tree, this plaque will be placed at the tree so everybody knows it will be yours. This nuttall oak, Quercus nuttallii, has been planted in honor of Councilman Howard Duval for his many years of dedication to Columbia's tree canopy. Mr. Duval has been an advocate in keeping our Tree City USA designation with his steadfast commitment to our city. Councilman Duval served on Columbia City Council from 2015 to 2023. And this is a replica of what will be out there for you to take home with you.
Oh, great.
We would also like to have you as our guest of honor at our first public meeting to celebrate the tree grant that the city has received. We have gotten $290,000 to plant 1,500 trees over 5 years on private property.
Yeah.
It breaks out to about 75 trees a quarter for people to plant in their yards. And with that, there's an education piece so we can teach the importance, the benefits, how to properly plant, and how to properly maintain. And while the details of that are still in the works, we will keep you posted and make sure we can get it on your calendar. Okay, good to
Hey,
know.
you don't know that. Your chief of staff over there hasn't agreed to that yet.
Public Works appreciates everything you have done for us over your years of service. And while you may not be on council come January, you will know where to find us.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. So we can, you want to? Uh-oh.
That was it. It was cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not on. I'm going to ask Shanique to escort the lovely and beautiful Miss Allie-Ann Duval to the podium or to the front to be with you while we share some other items.
Go out there.
Allie-Ann, take a seat.
I'm not going to be on the mic though.
You can be the mayor.
So Ashley, I'll need you to roll it up and give him each item and then I'll talk about it. Just roll this over and give him each item. So I'm trying to logistically figure out how I'm going to do this. We have lots of items to share. And you know, we give people their flowers while they're with us. So Miss Allie-Ann, you tap the flowers. Because we really know the deal. Beside every great man, right? There's this beautiful lady who has stood the test of time with him. Thank you so much. Yes, Mr. Duval. So here's some items just to, you figure out why we're giving them to you. So I don't know which one's first. Go ahead, Shanique and Ashley. Come on, the Vanna White 1 and Vanna White 2. Let's start with the items. Which one is that, Shanique? Okay, so Chief Jenkins, knowing him, he probably wants to say something. He never turns down the opportunity. You don't have to ask him twice.
My items here. My items here.
So let's.
Rain that film, rain that.
Oh, okay. He has to do it his way. Okay. You let him hold it, Chief. Go, Chief. Go.
So, As I was thinking about you, I was thinking about the Wizard of Oz. I know that the Scarecrow needed a brain. I know that the Tin Man needed a heart. I know that the lion needs some courage. And all Dorothy wanted to do was go home. So, as I was thinking about you and how much you fought for us in the fire service, I mean, you were just there for us. I mean, you just helped us out so much, and we really appreciate it. I'm not gonna be long. So what I wanna do, I meet so many people. They tell me, say, I used to be in the fire department. I don't know who they are. So today, when you're sitting on your rocker, you talking to people, I'm gonna certify that you was actually in the fire department, okay? So, this certifies that Councilman Member Howard E. Duval Jr. is recognized as an honorary member of the Columbia Fire Department. And it has your dates on it.
Nice.
So, so we want to present this to you. So you got evidence. You fought so hard for us, and we appreciate it, all that you did. And what you have in your hand, I want you to hold them coins up. Those are some very special coins. Let me tell you why. So we got a rich history. This year marked 120 years that the Columbia Fire Department was in existence. I got a special patch for you that I'm gonna give you as well that mark that celebration. But those coins signify, first of all, you got the Chief's coin. I only give that out for excellence. That's the only time I get that coin out. So you're a very special person for excellence, for everything you did. But the other coin is for members only. The only way you get that coin is you gotta be a member of the fire department. So you deserve that coin, you deserve this plaque, and we appreciate you.
Well, Mr. Duval, you know you have one chief, you got to call up the other chief. So come on down, Chief Holbrook.
Mr. and Mrs. Duval, it has been a privilege to serve with you, professionally and personally. You have always been an incredibly steady hand, have provided just genuine counsel at any time. It's been a pleasure to spend time with you personally, but how you have just the level of decorum, and you're the consummate gentleman. You're what we expect out of an elected official, and you have always advocated for public safety in general, but just supporting the mission of our city. I mean, what an ambassador you've been, a true friend, and we will miss you. And it's my honor and privilege to present to you the Chief's Award for Excellence, and it's presented to Councilman Howard Duval in recognition of your unwavering support and contributions to the advancement of the police department, and I would add to the advancement of our city. You're just an incredible individual, and it's an honor to know you. Thank you.
little nerds who would like certain things. So I'm going to ask that you understood. And I'm going to ask Missy to come and share one of the gifts from the wagon. Can you do it? Yes. Okay, come on.
I'm gonna try.
Try hard now.
All
You
right.
got it.
So, many of y'all know or have heard us refer to the Athenian Oath. Thought it was very appropriate here today, so I'm just going to read this and try to get through this. The Athenian Oath. We will never disgrace on this our city by an act of dishonesty or cowardice. We will fight for the ideals and sacred things of the city, both alone and with men. Revere and obey the city's laws, and will do our best to incite a like reverence and respect in those above us who are prone to annul them or set them anaught. We will strive unceasingly to quicken the public sense of civic duty. Thus, in all these ways, we will transmit the city not only, not less, but greater and more beautiful than it was transmitted to us. I did not write that. That's an Athenian oath, yes, from Greek times.
You want to do a photo with me? That was sweet. Go ahead, Missy. Where all the ACMs come up? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna lighten up the load a little bit, go a little quicker. So Shanique, what you got? The cards and the photo album, which are a lot of the photos that are being displayed from over the years, and some wonderful cards. I think the cards are from city staff and from city council, okay? And you can take your time and look at those. And we'll keep on going with, what's next, ladies? Lots of gifts coming in. So we have a huge basket. Now, Miss Allie Ann's gonna have to help us with this. We can maybe open it, or we talk about what's in there. So we know
I
that
see something good in there.
it's some good stuff in there. It's some really good. Y'all might have to open it so he can. Yeah, go ahead and open it and let him.
Let them open it.
Huh?
You want to open it?
If you want to, doesn't matter. No, you want to wait? Okay, we know that there's your affinity, we think, somehow for pickleball. So perhaps, just perhaps in your retirement, you will actually pick up the pickleball. Is it called a racket? A pickleball, right. So we have that for you. Some other city, Columbia themed treats, drinks. Good.
So when I go to tournaments.
Yes, when you go to tournaments, that's right. That's right. And there is a newly revised Robert Rules of Order that even has how you do a virtual meeting. That's in the basket. Now you have to open that one because I know, you were schooling Dr. Bustles and Mr. Brown and those. One day we were together on your fashion sense. And, none of us knew about these shoes before you started wearing them. So a new pair of clouds. we, yep. So we figured, you know, you can change it up a bit from those navy blue on clouds, put on some gray on clouds. But there's a gift receipt if you want to exchange for a different color.
No, that's perfect.
And Miss Allie Ann helped us out with that. Yep. What else? Yes. So all of those items are from us from the heart, and we love you dearly. And we would love to bring your beautiful family members up, your son-in-law, daughter, granddaughter, to do a family photo. And we appreciate you so much. Gonna miss you. And then we'll let council join you all after this family photo. All right, city council.
You got it?
Oh, so sweet. And I'm gonna get one with them. And you, Erica. One more. All right, Mayor, we did it. Right.
Mr. Mayor, I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
You got 3 minutes.
3 minutes, 3 minutes. We did this in 2008 with the Municipal Association, and this is much harder. I knew that I had more time with me when I retired in 2008, and I do think this might be my last time of retiring. But I have enjoyed my 8 years serving the city of Columbia and looking out over the audiences here. And I've worked with a lot of you on projects that I think have made the city a better city. And I wrote down 3 things to thank here. City staff. I have said this repeatedly from this podium, that I think that we have an outstanding staff for the city of Columbia. I have worked in municipal government since 1974. And I can tell you that these last 8 years, it's been inspiring for me to see how professional this staff is. You do an excellent job on every project that we send to you, every complaint that we send to you. Where's Tiffany? She was here a while ago. And I think that reflects not only on our city, but on our city manager. Most people in this state don't understand that our city manager is exceptional. Not only is she the head of one of the largest cities, and I think we're going to be the largest city at the next census, she has a large staff, much larger than any other city, because she has the control of both the what I call the general fund city and the water and sewer funds. No other large city in South Carolina has that. We are blessed to have an exceptional city manager. She is a lawyer. She has worked with us in all sorts of different kinds of personal environments, and I have seen her, I reckon, bite your tongue lots of times, but you're always professional. You never treat one of us different from the rest, and I think that is a great quality for who I think is the best city manager in the United States. Not only caliber of her senior staff that she knows how to pick winners from the top to the bottom. You do an excellent job. I'm so proud of you. The last ones I want to thank is the city council. I have worked with councils from the town of Cheraw in '74 up to the city of Columbia in 2023, and I taught a course at the Municipal Association for 22 years on "You've been elected, now what?" And I think that this council is probably one of the best that I've ever seen. We are 7 individuals. We've got one that's incapacitated right now, but we normally have 7 people. This council respects each other. It works together well because we understand that we have 7 different opinions that get espoused in any argument that we have. And it's not really an argument, it's a debate, I would say. And I think that by respecting each other, we add to the correctness of any decision that we make. Probably 80 or 90% of the decisions we make at this council are slam dunks. So it's picking up the garbage, and it's making sure that the police department and the fire department are properly funded and doing the things that we need to do as a council. 1 or 2 things that we do have to debate, and we debate it, and then we put it behind us. So I'm very pleased with where we are as a council. I'm even more pleased to have Tyler Bailey. Tyler, stand up at the back. It gives me great comfort to know that Tyler's going to be sitting up here. I think that he will carry on a lot of the programs that I would want to carry on, and I think he'll do a great job for the city of Columbia. So I leave with regret that I have to give it up, but I think it's time. I think we've got a follow-on person that'll do a great job carrying this on. And Erica, when I come back to speak on whatever issue it is, I don't want you hitting me at 3 minutes and saying, "Sit down, Councilman Duval." But thank you to all of you that went through this presentation today. This is a great group, a great city, and I have been blessed to be able to finish my career serving at the top of the councils in the state of South Carolina. Thank you. Move to previous question.
Says the fact, but we certainly want them to stay, but if you to leave, we understand. Well, with that, we will move into our ordinance first reading, which is item number 4. Ordinance number 2023-138, amending ordinance 2023-063 to adopt the budget for the city of Columbia, South Carolina for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2024.
Is there a motion?
I move adoption of ordinance number 2023-138.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussions, clarifications, questions? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles? Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
As adopted, Mayor recommending council, this consent agenda item consideration is for items 5 through 8 and 10 through 18.
Is there a motion? Got a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles? Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Item 9, council is asked to approve project CP 901-201, the design services for the City of Columbia Law Enforcement and Judicial Center upfit renovations as requested by the General Services Department on August 28, 2023. The award to LS3P in an amount not to exceed $1,647,594.10, which includes contingency. The initial term of the contract will take effect upon issuance of a notice to proceed with an end date 2 years from commencement with the option to renew for 2 additional 1-year periods. And this firm is located in Columbia, South Carolina. As a point of thanks to our city council for considering this item for the new location of our law enforcement and judicial center. We appreciate so much the intention and purpose behind picking the location at 400 Laurel, the old AFLAT building near the I-126 gateway to Columbia. And we believe that we will deliver a project that welcomes our citizens, our businesses, our visitors to a safe and thriving city of Columbia.
I move approval of item 9.
Is there a second?
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Discussion? Any further discussion, questions? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles? Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 19, under the public hearing and first reading for zoning planning matters. Now, Ms. Hampton is here to assist. Item 19 is an annexation, future land use map amendment, and zoning map amendment for .04 acre portion of 702 Percival Road.
And this may be the smallest annexation ever, .04 acres. It is to facilitate entrance to a property. And if I may, Councilman Duval, you literally wrote the book on comprehensive planning and annexation. So thank you so much for all you've done for us for planning and annexation in the city. So annexation of this small parcel. It is also to assign the land use classification of an urban edged mixed residential and a zoning of residential mixed for the annexation.
Is there anyone here to speak for or against this item? Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further
Mayor,
discussion?
we have a gentleman.
I was just gonna say, I'm here on behalf of the property owner, the property behind this entrance, so I have a question.
Madam Clerk?
No one has signed up to speak.
All right.
Do we have a motion?
Got a motion and a second.
I missed it. Can we repeat it, please?
Can I get another motion?
So moved.
Thank you.
Second. Dr. Bustles?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, Madam Clerk?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles? Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
And your second and final matter is a zoning map amendment at 1213 Pickens Street, a request to rezone the property from downtown activity center in the city center design overlay to the mixed use district in the city center design overlay.
Is there a motion?
I move approval.
Is there a second? We got a second. Is there anybody here to discuss, that are for or against this that would like to speak? Hearing, seeing no one. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles? Aye. Mr. Brennan? Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
That concludes your public hearing.
Thank you for that short agenda there, Ms. Hampton.
Ordinances first reading, item 21, ordinance number 2023-135, granting an encroachment to Hugh G. Street Property LLC for the use of the right-of-way area of the 400 block of Hugh G. Street for the installation and maintenance of landscaping and irrigation adjacent to 419 Hugh G. Street in Richland County.
Is there a
Motion to
motion?
approve.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion, questions? Seeing none, hearing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan? Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Item 22, ordinance number 2023-136, consenting to the inclusion of property in a multi-county industrial business park, OREI Columbia, 22.5 acre property owner LLC, formerly referred to as Project OREI in Richland County.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, any further discussion or questions, clarifications? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Another item, item 23, endorsed by the Economic Development and Infrastructure Committee on November 14th, is ordinance number 2023-137, consenting to the inclusion of property in a multi-county industrial business park, the Earlwood Apartment Rental Properties LLC, formerly referred to as Project Streams in Richland County.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, any further questions?
Mayor, I would like to have staff just briefly talk about both these projects. I mean, I think there's a real economic development mode right now in the city, and I think it's just important that we kind of let the citizens know of all the good things that are happening. And it's not just in one place in Columbia, it's all over Columbia. And it's multifaceted, so if I could just have staff give a
Can we
quick.
do that after the votes? Since we got a
Absolutely.
motion and
Yes,
a-
sir.
Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Thank you. Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye. Jeff, or Mr. Palin, or, Miss Grace, nice to see you.
Good to see you. So in reference to ordinance number 2023-136, that's Project Ori. This is a 22.3 acre site adjacent to I-20 along Percival Road. This is a project that's going to bring housing to an underutilized area in Columbia. That'll feature a multifamily 360 unit project. We're looking at a total public infrastructure investment of $12.5 million, total capital investment of $65 million, and over 30 years, this project will produce an estimated $57,314,993 in property tax revenue.
How many cents?
Being very brief, and this second ordinance, number 2023-137, that is Project Streams, which is a 300 new market rate apartment units that are going to be located on an 8.46 acre site near the intersection of Sunset and River Drive. A 520 space structured parking deck will include 42 surface spaces and resident amenities with a pool, dog park, and EV charging stations. Total project investment is going to be $93 million, with over 30 years estimated to produce $78,073,741 in property tax revenue.
Thank you very much. Madam City Manager?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Grace. Resolutions, item 24, resolution number R 2023-096, certifying the building site as an abandoned building pursuant to the South Carolina Abandoned Buildings Revitalization Act, Title 12, Chapter 67, Section 12, 67-100 of the South Carolina Code of Laws as amended regarding the property located at 2439 Reed Street in Columbia, Richland County.
Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion or questions, clarifications? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item 25, resolution number 2023-101, amending resolution number R 2022-005, approving and ratifying mutual aid agreements between the City of Columbia and the City of Columbia Police Department and various law enforcement agencies, and authorizing the city manager of the City of Columbia and the chief of police of the City of Columbia to execute all such agreements to add the Columbia Housing Community Safety to the list of agencies.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Any further discussion, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll, please?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Item 26, resolution number R 2023-097, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only for a New Year's Eve event at the 1600 block of Main Street between Taylor Street and Blanding Street on Sunday, December 31st, 2023.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, seeing none. Be safe out there, David. With that, Madam Clerk, could you please read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Item 27, resolution number R 2023-098, authorizing consumption of beer and wine only at First Thursdays on Main Street during 2024.
Is there a motion?
I move approval.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Madam Clerk, Madam City Manager, I'm not going to ask you to read all this into the record because it's a full page, but
Yes, sir.
the resolution R 2023-100 authorizing Soda City extension through December 2028. This authorizes the city manager to execute and move forward with the changes discussed previously. Is there a motion?
I move approval.
Is there a second? Got a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Herbert?
Aye.
Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval?
Aye.
Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Moving into a period of city council committee reports, referrals, and new business. I don't know if there are any, Mr. Mayor, committee reports, referrals, or new business? No?
Mr.
There
Mayor,
is.
Yes.
even though I reported on our last economic development infrastructure meeting, I just think it's important, again, to talk about, there are so many projects in our economic development pipeline in Columbia. If you see by the projects today, they are very diverse projects. There's going to be a lot of multifamily projects that were desperately needed in affordable housing in Columbia. And we're going to continue to highlight these projects and talk about the good work that this council and the staff is doing in recruiting folks here and marketing Columbia as the capital city, but also as a great place to live and raise a family. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Mr.
sir.
Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. And Mr. Brown, one of the items I know you had discussed with staff was regarding the food truck policy. I don't know if you want me to go ahead and refer that into, or ask for it to be referred into a committee, or would you like to wait?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Does that go to admin?
Admin or community development or
Either one of them.
ED&I. I mean, there's so many it could go into, whatever is y'all's preference. I think this is to expand upon, we've had some requests for churches, businesses to have the food trucks in the right of way and be able to do it, on a temporary
special events.
basis.
We started some work
Administrative.
on administrative
Administrative.
about a year ago when we
Okay.
launched Food Truck Fridays. So I think it would be appropriate, because we've done some work with TK and Missy
Okay.
on it.
Can I get a
I
motion
would agree.
to move that question to administrative committee?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, could you read the roll?
Aye.
Herbert? Aye. Dr. Bustles?
Aye.
Mr. Brennan?
Yes.
Mr. Duval? Mayor Rickaman?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone signed up?
Mr. Harold Murray, but he may have been here with the Greenview Singers. He's here.
Mr. Murray?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Mayor, Council, thank you for the opportunity. I had a few things to say, but I did not realize that I was coming to witness Mr. Duval's, Councilman Duval's, I suppose, final meeting. Just wanted to tell him on behalf of the citizens of Greenview community, we appreciate his service as councilman at large greatly. I know that whenever I asked him to do something and I called him, he was prompt and very professional in answering the needs of the community. And that's very important in Greenview because we are a senior community and we need services from the city. And Mr. Duval has done a great job in doing that. So I thank God for having me here and making sure I stayed here to witness this event this evening. Thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, Council, my name is Harold Murray. I'm a 53-year resident of the Greenview community. I'm here just to kind of give you something that just seems to be going in a direction that I do not think is really good for, and may not be good for the community. Leadership in terms of the community as it relates, in this case, to Greenview Park is very important. Greenview Park is an integral part of the Greenview neighborhood. We have at least 8 or 9 constant activities that are going on. The Greenview Park serves people who are Columbia residents, who are Richland County residents, and other persons throughout the community through the tennis court facility, the water park, the dance and aerobics senior exercise class, after-school mentoring programs, and many other events that are held at the park. Our park leadership is very important to implement and make sure that these activities are done in a very professional manner. The staff, the leadership and the staff at the park has been and continues to do a good job. Last summer, we noticed some change in leadership as related to the water park. And I've had a parent to come to me for some reason, and I was concerned that there were unsanitary conditions at the water park that needed to be addressed. And of course, I did contact Mr. Davis and express to him the concerns that were had. But what happened is I didn't know at the time that the leadership had changed. And when the leadership changes, sometimes that creates an issue. Persons may not be as concerned. And so my concern is that we continue to stabilize and maintain the leadership at Greenview Park to the extent that we can function as a very viable community. And as I said, it is a very important part in our neighborhood for us to have that park being led by a good staff and leadership. So I just ask that you be concerned to the extent that whenever issues come before you, that you will at least query the community and ask the community, what do we feel is best for the Greenview Park and the Greenview community? Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
No one else has signed up.
Mr. Duval, congratulations on your last meeting and 8 years of service. That was a motion to adjourn by
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Duval.
Yes, sir. We're gonna.
And seconded.
Is there unanimous consent in Mr. Duval's form and fashion?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, well.